Welcome to the Best of Central Florida. I am Justin Clark. I will never forget the year 2002. I was in law school in Boston, hanging out at the Beantown pub to be exact. A classmate comes over, introduces himself. He said he was from Orlando. I was shocked. I thought Orlando was theme parks, chain restaurants, maybe a water park or two. Who would have thought that now, 20 years later, I would have lived here for 15 of them? Who would have thought I would raise my 2 little girls here? Who would have thought I would fall in love with Central Florida? It's a hidden gem, great restaurants, professional sports teams, booming art scene, the Wekiva River, the beaches, and yes, even the theme parks. From Casadega to Castleberry, Orlando to Orla Vista, this is the best of Central Florida. Today is all about making you some money. You might have seen the real estate show before this, the real estate market, super hot. What better way to increase the value of your house than renovating your home? And today we announced the top 3 best home renovation companies in Central Florida. Welcome in, as always, my good friend, Michaela Nichols. Hello, Michaela, how are you?
Hi, Justin, I'm good.
My understanding is that your house, your dad, Steve, and mom, Cheryl, are doing some renovations as we speak.
They are, and they're doing like all the renovations,
right?
Not just a couple, like all of them.
But it is a crazy real estate market, and what better way to increase the value of your house than fixing it up a little bit to sell? Who's more intense when it comes to the renovations of the house, mom or dad?
You want the honest answer?
Yeah.
It's actually my dad.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be just the opposite.
I know, you would think, but no, it's Steve.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
what all are you doing?
Oh, I don't know, cabinets, painting, flooring, a bunch of other stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
So
all of it.
contractors in and out all day, huh?
All the time.
Really?
It's like new friends every day.
Now, are you a painter yourself? Do you know how to do any of this stuff? Or are you
little
pretty
bit.
handy or not handy? Just be honest.
I'm definitely handy, but I don't know. I feel like I gotta leave it to the pros.
Well, it's going to be a great show today. Again, I'm trying to make you some money on renovations. And, you know, it's very hard to trust sometimes people who are going to come in your house and do renovations. And that's why today, after this very quick break, it's the best home renovation company of Central Florida.
The Best of Central Florida's Michaela's Choice is sponsored by the Tyson Smith Group of Raymond James.
So we're going to talk finances today because let's face it, we all need a little financial help. I am joined by the Tyson Smith Group. I'm here with Tyson Smith and Renee Naranjo. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I have a really serious question.
Okay.
Why do people lose money?
Oh, easy. The easy answer is fear. I mean, people don't understand. What they don't understand, they fear. When they fear it, they make the wrong decision. They might see their investment portfolios drop in value, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, the water's too hot. I'm going to get out." But imagine when you were jumping in a hot tub. You know, when you first get in the hot tub, it's too hot.
Oh,
but if you force yourself to stay in it, it starts to really work for you. Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of sort of the same thing with investing sometimes. You got to force yourself to get in, especially when it's most uncomfortable, because usually the best buy point is when it's at its worst.
Estate planning. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because I just had some brand new clients come on board that they were horrified because they found out that their parents had in their will a treasure map that would then lead them to a location where they purchase physical gold bullion and they have it buried
Sounds
in
like
their
something
yard.
out of the Goonies.
It really does, but what they came to me because they said, listen, this terrifies us. This is absolutely terrifying. How does this work? Is it even legal? And so we're starting to work on the process. So if you love your children or any of your beneficiaries, definitely sit down with an attorney with financial advisors, preferably us, and please get the right documentation done. Make sure the right beneficiary designations are placed. It'll make things a lot easier after you're gone. So.
Well, to make things easier for yourself, check out the Tyson Smith Group at thetysonsmithgroup.com.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Remodeling is an absolute booming industry. Let's just ask Justin, right? I feel like you're always watching like HGTV or something.
I don't have a TV right now, but long story.
Right. Well, we all love a good before. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
No,
it?
I don't.
No?
That's it.
Okay.
That's the whole story.
Well,
Thank
it was
you.
a great story. We all love the before and afters always. And speaking of before and after, Michaela's choice for best home renovation is KBF Design. I am joined by brother and sister duo, Ashley and Adam, and I'm so happy to have y'all here.
We're glad to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Of course. So how long have you two been in this business?
We started in this business when we were, I was about 12, she was about 14. There might be some child labor laws against that, but just keep that on the hush hush.
Yeah.
No, I started in the demolition and she started in the office, and we grew up in the industry since we were young.
So you guys are basically the pros.
Yeah, why not?
That's why you're here. So as pros, I'm sure our audience would love to know, like, what are the top 3 mistakes you see the most when it comes to remodeling?
We actually made a YouTube channel because we found ourselves answering the same questions time and time again. So the top 3 mistakes revolve around space planning, selecting the wrong materials, and this one is a bit of a pet peeve of ours because of how frequently we encounter it, but it's where to stop at the kitchen backsplash.
Wow. Okay, so let's unpack a little bit of that. Let's talk poor space planning. we're just gonna talk about it. Poor space planning.
Yeah, so in our initial conversations with the homeowner in a kitchen specifically, a lot of times they're talking about this drywall pantry that they have, and they want to keep it or they want to make it larger because they think it gives them an incredible amount of storage. And actually, the trade secret is drywall pantries are actually a builder's way of saving money on cabinetry.
See, what you may not know is that kitchen functionality boils down to usable square inches. And by extending the cabinetry and eliminating the drywall, you gain so much more usable space.
So we have a few pictures of projects that we've done where you see that drywall pantry before to the after, and it just makes the kitchen look so much larger as well as much more upscale when you're able to knock out those walls and extend the cabinetry.
And I have some more room for like my stuff.
Yeah, it gives you the opportunity to pull the space out in front of you and puts everything right in front of your face rather than having to dig down below and pass 3 jars of peanut butter before you realize you bought too much.
That's right.
Definitely. So you mentioned some backsplash as well. Do you want to tell me a little bit, like, when do I stop? How much is too much?
So a classic mistake that we see is not understanding where to stop that tile backsplash. So you'll see these pictures of somebody that's kind of wrapped it around the corner, or they've overhung it too far past the edge of the cabinetry. And really, where, Google gets asked this question a lot, where do I stop it? And the answer is pretty simple. You stop it at the edge of the wall cabinetry.
Even if your countertop overhangs past. So we typically see homeowners or even designers sometimes taking the tile backsplash to the edge of the countertop. And that's a big no-no. You want to stop it right at the edge of your upper cabinet.
Noted. Well, if I ever do that, I know a trick.
Yeah.
So speaking of, you guys have accomplished so much. Can you tell us a little bit about the awards and recognitions that you've received?
I mean, all the credit really goes back to the team at KBF. I mean, what they've been able to accomplish has truly been humbling to watch. It's amazing what you get a group of these expert, self-motivated, driven people in a room together, and the heights they can reach has truly been amazing and inspiring.
So would you define that as like what separates you, or is there anything else?
We are unique in that we work as a team. So we found that in design, there's two main components of design. There's the space planning and there's the finishes and selections. And we found that one is a more creative brain and the other is very analytical. So we employ people from both sections and work together as a team, utilizing everybody to their highest and best use.
I like that. And it's amazing just because, I mean, analytical, creative, you kind of have to have both to paint this beautiful picture and a beautiful home.
You do.
Yeah, agreed.
So where can people visit you and check out your showroom?
So we have a showroom in downtown Maitland. We're open on Saturdays from 10 to 3. We actually have our Saturday brunch bites. So there's mimosas and some snacks, but then during the week as well, from 8:30 to 5, come on in anytime.
And since we've started that, Ashley only works Saturdays.
I bet. Yeah.
I don't blame her.
It's my favorite day of the week.
It is a great day. Well, Ashley, Adam, thank you so much. And go check out my friends at KBF Design Gallery, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome back to the show. You have spoken, the people have spoken. People's choice for best home improvement company, and it's not a surprise. Goes to our good friends at A-Clore Interiors. Happy to be joined by the owner, Amber. How are you, Amber Clore? How did you come up with that name?
Good. Well, it's pretty original to myself, right? So Amber Clore Interiors, A-Clore Interiors for short.
Yep.
Little did I know that the A dot puts you right up to the top of the list.
Is
so
that
was
right?
a little bit of marketing genius that happened as well.
So interior design, when I think about remodeling a house and having to choose the colors and the designs, it's a lot of work. When do I know it's time to call you?
Isn't it so overwhelming just to
It
even
is,
say
just to
all the
think
things
about
that
it.
you have to do?
Yes.
When do you call us? From the very beginning. I think when you're ready to start an interior design project and you're trying to put all those pieces together, when we're thinking about not only the colors of the space, I think that's the basic of it, but how do we put it together? Who are we going to hire to bring into the home? And how do we work together to create like this perfect interior oasis that you can love for years and years to come and be healthy, safe, well-being is all very important in interior design.
So is the right time to call you when I first have an idea that I want to do something, or do I call you after I hire a GC? When exactly do I call?
So I think it'd be a part of the beginning process.
Okay.
A lot of times when we're working with contractors, they will want a design already. So they'll say, go to so-and-so store and pick the tile out that you want and pick these things. So as designers, we're able to be the liaison between the homeowner and the contractor to create a design in plan and in specifics to be able to really hone in on what the needs are for the project, what the parameters are, and ultimately what is it going to cost and how long does it take to do it.
Take some vision, a vision that I don't think I have, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doing a renovation
She
project.
has it clearly.
Obviously. Now, how has technology and the technology that you have helped me really be able to see the project even before it gets kicked off, really?
Sure. I think technology is huge in interior design. As we're seeing all the television shows are able to really put a client at the front door and envision what a space is going to feel like and look like. So we use a lot of technology in design. We do 3D rendering. A lot of our projects just start with a basic floor planning, so doing CAD work, helping our clients all the way through the permitting process, which is very difficult as well, during with cities and different jurisdictions. So really being the basis of the planning process for our clients to get us from point A to point B very successfully in time and budget, and really creating that environment that the clients are going to love forever and ever.
It's one thing to go to the store and purchase an item, right? It's another thing hiring an interior designer. I mean, this becomes a real relationship with your customer and client.
Yeah, we really get to know our clients very well. I mean, it starts off with a 9-page questionnaire. So if we're not honing in the very beginning of what the needs are for the family and for what the space is to feel like and be and function like, then that's our first step. I think interior design and picking your contractor and your designer is a lot like dating. You want to make sure that you're really gonna, we have a honeymoon phase, but how is that gonna progress through? So we have a network of contractors that we work with that are quality tradesmen that will do our projects for us.
What do you think separates A-Clore from others?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I think the ability to help our clients really answer the questions from the very beginning of what a project is going to entail. So it's not only just the aesthetics of a space. I say, for us to create an attractive room, that's a cost of entry for us to call ourselves an interior design firm. But how do we really provide the plan? Because we know projects can go time after time and end up costing more than what we anticipated them. So we have a fail-proof process. Each project is very unique and personalized, but our process is the same to get us all the way through to that end result and have a happy client.
So do I kind of tell you what I'm looking for, but we're also going to talk budget as well, I guess, from the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's one of our qualifying questions.
Yeah.
Do we have a realistic time frame and a realistic budget?
Right.
We all know DIY, right? Do it yourself. There's DFY, do it for you or done for you. So we have to talk with our clients. What's the difference? Are you looking for something that you can kind of create on your own, and we just are the vehicle to help kind of get the ideas flowing, or do we need to be that full vehicle to get us all the way to the end? We're actually seeing the finishes, the paints, the textures, the wood species go actually into the space.
And it's not just residential, you also do commercial.
That's right. Design is I think very subjective. I think now that we are having this really great work-life balance, I think that's a word we're all used to saying now, and now with the work from home environment, really creating residential feeling in a commercial space and finding that gray area where we can do both at the same time has been a really fun project that we've been working on.
Amber Clore, what a great job today.
Thank you.
Clore, do yourself a favor, give them a call if you're doing any sort of renovation project whatsoever. I can almost guarantee you she's going to save money for you through her connections. Excellent work today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amber. Justin's Choice is next. Finally, my favorite part of the show, Justin's Choice, where best home improvement company in Central Florida goes to our very good friends at Dream Builders Outdoor Living. Felipe Migueljes is here, Wesley Mendez. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, thanks a lot.
Let me tell you why you're my choice. Number one, first of all, you do a great job. Number two, I love outdoor living. We live in Florida.
Yeah, right?
Outdoor living is much more important here than in other parts of the country.
That's totally right.
What all do you do over there?
Well, we do everything outside the house, right? Let's say you got a brand new house, but you go to your sliding back door and you see to your backyard that there is nothing there, right? Especially now, it's a coronavirus, season. There is nothing to do inside the house,
exactly.
So people want to enjoy outdoor, right? Pergolas, pavers, swimming pools,
outdoor kitchen,
fireplaces, fire pit, everything outside the house, landscaping, everything that you can manage outside of the house. This is what we do.
And I think sometimes it's hard to have a vision when you have sort of a basic outdoor area. You know you want something, you don't know what it is that you want. How does the consultation process work?
Yeah, it happens like this. The phone rings, we got the call, we got the lead, we go there, we talk a little bit with the family, we try to find out their lifestyle, where they come from, and colors, preference, and things like that. And based on survey, of course, where they live and all that kind of stuff, we go back to the lab. We start building a 3D project where the client is going to be able to visualize exactly how the project could look like, right? And then after that, we call those clients for the meeting. We present the project, and then they would change a color or position of these and that. Hey, Felipe, what about the summer kitchen would be here or would be there? It's just fine. It's totally fine. Wesley, he's an engineer. He's everything that we do is came from exactly from the place that it has to come from, right? Everything that we do, design is engineer, color speak, and materials, solutions. So it's all there. It's all there.
Talk to me about outdoor kitchens for a minute, because I think at the end of the day, when we think outside of Florida, I think outdoor kitchen, no doubt about it. And I know you guys are the experts in outdoor kitchens. What do I really need? What do I want in my outdoor kitchen?
Well, first thing first, you gotta understand the space that you have, right? How many members on the family you have, and just colors, and then, of course, really good quality when you're choosing your appliances, right? You don't want to go cheap, and then 6 months later, Felipe, or you know. Yes, this is what you really want to look for. Really high quality materials and service, and this is what Dream Builders used to provide. Right. We don't have any problems at all in the past 7 years. Our clients just love our product. So you guys can search it up, Instagram and our website. There's a couple nice jobs that we've been done there.
Yeah, I saw that great website. How long should the outdoor grill, if I buy a good quality one, you guys put it in for me, how long should that last?
Forever.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So it's not going to rust and go bad quickly.
We partnered up with Blaze, right? Blaze, they are the best. Well, we've been using Blaze for the last 7 years, and they work just perfect, right? If you got a grill and throw inside of your pool for 2 weeks,
really,
nothing gonna happen.
Mine's too heavy. I don't want to test it, but I believe you. How's that?
But nothing gonna happen. And this is the only brand that you suggest, because we know them, you know, every single parts, where, you know, how those appliances are built and everything else. Of course, you're the client. You can buy anything you want, but Blaze is the one that.
Another thing with that outdoor space, I mean, it really can increase the house value as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's say, Felipe, how it gonna cost $6,000 to build this backyard?
Right.
Well, you're not spending money. You're just gathering money on your backyard, right? All this money going to, increase the value of your property when you're selling or whatever. And this is something really that people, they sometimes at first they look at the numbers, but when they realize they are increasing the value of the property, they okay, all right.
Felipe, Wesley, great to meet you guys. Dream Builders Outdoor Living. Do yourself a favor. Property values are going to go up. Get yourself an outdoor living space. Michaela, that was a pretty good show today. What do you think?
It was. I loved it. I learned a lot.
Maybe you should hook Steve up with somebody too. You know what I mean? So he doesn't drive you crazy at the house anymore.
Yeah.
There's a little renovations there. Special quick note: one of our producers here lost his father. I won't say his name. I'm sure you're watching the show. We're thinking about you, buddy. We miss you today. To the rest of our WKMG crew, thank you as always. Outstanding team, Michaela. Great job.
Thanks,
Do me a
Justin.
favor. Would you hit record series now? And I'll see you next weekend for more Best of Central Florida.